share with you. Rachel's been my best friend since she shared her colored pencils with me back in kindergarten. Growing up with Rachel as a best friend made life super fun. She always had the coolest sleepovers, the coolest birthday parties, well, the coolest everything, really. As a little kid, I thought this was great, but as I grew older, things began to change. I realized that the other girls in my class only spoke to me because I was Rachel's best friend, and boys didn't notice me at all when she was around. That's when I realized that I was in her shadow, and I always had been. I wasn't as smart as her, as pretty as her, my house wasn't as big as hers, my allowance wasn't as much as hers, and my thrift store clothes looked super cheap next to her amazing outfits. I was completely and utterly jealous of my super kind, sweet, caring best friend, and it was eating me alive. I didn't plan on doing what I did. It just sort of happened. So I was in her bedroom and her mom called her, so she went downstairs. I saw her favorite pink t-shirt thrown over the chair in the corner. Before I could stop myself, I'd ripped the sleeve. As soon as I did it, I felt terrible, but it also felt kind of good to get one up on my perfect best friend. I put the top back on the chair and hurried back over to her bed. When she came back into the room, I was as nice as pie to her and totally didn't mention what I'd just done. She wore the top into school the next day, and a cute boy noticed the rip on it and told her about it. She went bright red, and I had to bite down hard on my gums not to laugh. As bad as I felt about what I'd done, seeing her embarrassed had been so worth it, and I found myself eager to do more things to mess up my best friend's life. My secret vendetta against her carried on for the next few months. It was mainly little things. I glued the pages of her exercise book together so she ended up with her first ever detention. I set up a fake social media account and spread mean rumors about her, such as Rachel only showers once a week. Rachel gossips about everyone behind their backs. And Rachel isn't as innocent as she looks, as she slept with over 50 boys. The teasing got really bad. Other girls stopped being friends with her, and boys stopped liking her. I was always there to comfort her and tell her that she'd be okay. I did start to feel really bad when she started missing school. She would hide out in her house in baggy t-shirts and sweatpants, and refused to leave the house. I went round to hers one morning, and she was in a really nice dress, had done her hair and makeup, and looked amazing. She told me that she wasn't going to let the bullies defeat her anymore, and she was going to go into school and hand in her English essay that was due in that day. Instantly, I felt super jealous. So when she went to the bathroom, I took her essay out of her backpack and put it into mine. Then when I got to school, I stuck it in the garbage. When she opened her bag in class and couldn't find her essay, I was expecting to feel good about it. But as I watched her run out of the classroom crying, all I felt was bad. That's when I realized that I had to stop sabotaging my best friend's life. And the only way to do that was by confessing to her what I'd been doing. So later that day, I went round to her house and told her everything. At first, she looked totally shocked, but then, when she realized that I was telling the truth, she just looked really hurt. She told me to get out of her house and never to come back, ever. She hasn't spoken to me since. I took down the mean social media site and stopped the secret bullying. Rachel made new friends and got a really cute boyfriend. She didn't tell anyone else about what I did. I don't know why people think we're not friends anymore, but at least they don't know the truth. Now I'm really lonely, and I really miss Rachel like crazy. She was the best friend I'd ever had, and I let jealousy ruin it. I hope that one day she'll forgive me, but I also know that I don't deserve a best friend like her.